My name is Heinz Araque, and this is my stand-up test video for portfolio plan. So after doing some research of like what are the requirements some companies are looking for nowadays, I come to the realization that for a full stack developer, they're usually looking for a person that can do both. They can do good front end and good back end. So let me begin with my project, or like my portfolio ideas of how kind of like I want to build my portfolio. So first I found this example, and I like the idea of having just simple pages and going into the about, where I can actually talk about myself and connect with my about. The idea of my about is more about talking um, about me as a person, not so much about my experience or my past experiences. The idea behind it is because I want to be able to communicate and to connect in a more personal level to the person who's reading my portfolio website. After that, I can always list my skills and my experiences, and that comes with not only my skills but all the certificates and all the skills I acquired during my stay at Full Sail and during my time doing tutorials and stuff. After that, I want to be able to show, kind of like have a list, but a little bit more organized, of the works I've done, right? So I want to be more like, oh, well, I have front end where I only focus on front end, and I have back end where I actually have like a whole application up and running, right? More so like I want to be able to show that I'm able to create, or that I have touched different frameworks, and I'm like at least once, um, most of the works that I've seen and jobs that I applied for, they actually show that different variety of skills, right? It's really hard to just have a specific, like the exact skills you need for a specific job. And for some reason nowadays they're looking for someone who can do almost everything. Um, so this is another example. You see, he's a designer, and also that's another thing. Like my degree says I'm a web design and development, so the design has to be kind of like equally strong as my backhand, kind of. So you see him. You can see his about. See, like he says, this is more like I want to like kind of. He says like he's from Sydney, Australia, and like I give a little bit of background, like doing. When we go to his portfolio, you can see all the works that he's done, mostly blogs and applications, and that's kind of what I want to have. But more like I'm gonna have a section with like skills, and it lists kind of like in columns the skills that I acquired during my time studying, and then I want to have like that part of portfolio where I show kind of like some um, of the projects that I found, personal projects, are kind of like built upon each other, right? So it's kind of like, for example, here, this a simple web kind of like, yeah, just a simple project where you just see, it tells you every 20 seconds this quote is gonna change. So if you don't do anything, if you click show another quote, it will show you another quote. You see, like, change a little bit, show another quote, and by every other quote, it selects them randomly. So by every quote it selects the background changes. Another one that I did that I'm kind of proud of showing is this one. Is just a simple responsive image. So by minimizing the screen, the images kind of like change, so in size, but it's not that they change size. Like every image they change to a smaller size of the same image. Also, if you click here, you can see how randomly selects two images, and then when you click again they go back, so randomly we'll do this little nice animation. Then I have a simple list pagination where like I have a list and I have different links where I show all the students. And this is something important because you always want to be able to do list pagination. And I have a filter, so if I look for Amber, it will help. It will automatically search, and then so forth, so on and so forth. Then I have another something that builds up on top of that, which is like a normal form. And the form has like validation, so if I click register, it won't let me continue. I have to basically fill out all the information to be able to continue. So like this, and it will show this, and then to conferences. See, when I select this one that is Tuesday 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., it will actually cancel this one because it kind of like clashes with the schedule. And then you have like, it says the amount. You can select PayPal. If you select PayPal, it will say, well, yeah, next page you can fill out credit card. You can fill the credit card information. Oh no, that's bad. Okay. So you have that, and select all of this. You can just select Bitcoin, and then you register. Boom, and it works. I mean, it doesn't do nothing. It's just for me to be able to show that that I can do kind of like authorization and DOM manipulation. And another one which I want to base my portfolio website is this one. This one is kind of like a side project that I did. It's just a simple service. So see how nice when you go down, you have this menu pop in. You see all the images. Everything is very nice and responsive. You just keep going down. You see how the image is fixed. Everything is laid out with grid. You can. It's responsive. You keep minimizing or making the screen smaller. It works super well on the phone too. So my web portfolio kind of follow this layout, but in a different, like organize it differently, because I really like this layout. So this is one of the examples I want to use for my website. So this is my portfolio plan. Thank you very much, and goodbye.